You've got some extra money this month, a few $100s, and you're staring at two options: throw it at your debt or invest it. Everywhere you look, the advice is the same. Invest, obviously. The stock market returns 10% a year. Don't waste it paying off low-interest debt. Follow that blindly, and it can quietly cost you thousands. Because here's what that advice leaves out. Paying off debt is investing. It's just an investment nobody labels as one, and its return might be double what the market gives you, with zero risk. Get the order right, and you build wealth faster than 90% of people. Get it backwards, and you're bailing water with a hole in the boat. So let's settle it with the real math. Start here, because it changes everything. When you invest and earn 10%, that 10% is a hope. The market could drop 20% next year. It's a maybe. But when you pay off a debt charging you interest, you earn that interest rate, guaranteed. Kill a balance costing you 20%, and you just locked in a 20% return. Risk-free, tax-free, every single time. Nobody calls it an investment because it doesn't come with an app and a green line going up. But a guaranteed 20% is one of the best returns you will ever get in your life. So put them side by side. The stock market, about 10% a year, on average, and uncertain. A credit card, today, north of 20%, guaranteed. This isn't a close call. Paying off that card is worth more than double the market, without the risk. Investing while you carry a 20% balance is like flooring the gas and the brake at the same time. Your money earns 10 in the market while it bleeds 20 on the card. You're going backwards and calling it progress. High-interest debt, credit cards, payday loans, anything with a rate starting in the double digits always comes first. There is no market return that beats not paying 20+%. There's exactly one exception, one thing that beats paying off even a 20% card: your employer's retirement match. If your job matches your 401k, say 50 cents or a full dollar for every dollar you put in, that's an instant 50 to 100% return the day you contribute. Free money, no risk. Nothing else on this list comes close. So the order starts to form. Grab the full match first, always. Then turn your firepower on the high-interest debt. So the answer is just always pay off debt first? No. And this is where people who heard pay off all your debt go wrong and leave a fortune on the table. Because not all debt is a credit card. Here's the line that settles it. Line up every dollar of your debt by its interest rate. On the high end, cards at 20+, payday loans, that kind of thing. The guaranteed return from paying them off crushes the market. Pay those first, no debate. But on the low end, a mortgage at 6.5%, a subsidized student loan at 4%, a 0% car deal, the math flips. If your debt costs less than what you can reasonably expect to earn investing, call it around 6%, then over time, investing at 10% likely comes out ahead. Keep the cheap debt, feed the market instead. And in the middle, roughly 6 to 8%, it's close enough to a tie that the right answer is whichever one lets you sleep. Some people will always kill the debt just for the certainty and the peace, and that is a completely valid answer. Money isn't only math. One guardrail before you throw every spare dollar at debt. Keep a small cushion first, about $2,000. Because if you send every cent to the balance and then the car breaks, you're right back on that 20% card, and you've undone the whole plan. A small buffer isn't being timid. It's what keeps the progress from unraveling. So here's the whole thing on one page, the order that quietly builds wealth. 1. Grab the full employer match. It's a 50 to 100% return you'll never beat. 2. Park a small $2,000 buffer so a surprise can't reset you. 3. Attack the high-interest debt, anything above about 8%, because paying it off is a guaranteed return the market can't touch. And 4. With the expensive debt gone, invest for real, and let the cheap, low-interest debt just ride while your money compounds somewhere better. Not always invest, not always pay off debt. The rate tells you which, and now you can read it. So which camp are you in before this video? Always invest or always pay off debt? And what's the interest rate on the debt you're deciding about right now? Drop the rate in the comments. I'll tell you which side of the line you're on. And the biggest debt most people ever take on is a mortgage, which raises the real question: should you even be buying that house or renting and investing the difference? I ran the numbers, and the just buy crowd is going to hate the answer. Click right here.